Hi, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Retroactive MCU review. I am your host with the Iron Will, Mr. Boring. Directed by Jon Favreau. Hi, Tony. Iron Man 2 was released in 2010 and is the third film in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It stars Robert Downey Jr. as Tony Stark, a genius billionaire who created the Iron Man suit and stole our hearts. In Iron Man 2, Tony Stark is faced with multiple challenges, both personal and professional. The government is pressuring him to turn over his Iron Man technology after Tony successfully privatized world peace. And a rival inventor, Justin Hammer, played by Sam Rockwell, is trying to replicate his suits, his own Hammer tech. Stark is struggling with his own mortality due to the palladium core in his chest, which is slowly poisoning him. Oh no! So Tony goes heavy on the juicer. To make matters worse, after all this is a superhero film, a new villain arises, Ivan Vanko, played by Mickey Rourke. Ivan Vanko emerges with a grudge against the Stark family. Vanko, who is the son of a former colleague of Tony's father, has built his own suit that can harness electricity. He seeks revenge on the Stark family for perceived wrongs and sets out to destroy Tony. In all of that, Stark is also dealing with personal issues, drinking issues. He is at odds with his best friend Roadie, now played by Don Cheadle, who has taken one of Tony's Iron Man suits to the military and would turn it into the War Machine. Oh my god! And we get to see further development in Tony's relationship with Pepper Potts and a heartfelt perspective on his relationship with his father. Iron Man 2 was a box office success, grossing over $623 million worldwide. However, it was not received quite as well as its predecessor, Iron Man. Nonetheless, the film's success solidified the MCU as a major player in the world of cinema and set the stage for future Marvel movies. Iron Man 2 received mixed reviews from critics upon its release. While many praised Robert Downey Jr.'s performance as Tony Stark, some criticized the movie for being too convoluted and overstuffed with characters and storyline. Vanko, much like the Ironmonger in Iron Man 1, does not rank highly in the all-time greatest villains of the MCU. The film marked the first appearance of Natasha Romanoff, aka Black Widow, played by Scarlett Johansson, our beloved future Avenger, which really made a splash in her debut. We also get to further the dynamic between Tony, Nick Fury, and S.H.I.E.L.D. overall. The idea of the Avengers Initiative is now fully introduced and give us a wink wink towards the future, which would eventually lead to the formation of the Avengers and the role Nick Fury will play in it. Additionally, it sets the stage for the next Iron Man movie, which would delve deeper into Tony's personal struggles and his relationship with Pepper. I personally enjoyed the dynamic between Rhodey and Tony. The fact that we further established the S.H.I.E.L.D. involvement and storylines and gotta put some Avengers puzzle pieces on the table in the form of Black Widow were all great for me. Vanko and Hammer were no thrilling villains, but the story worked out in the end. And the "Sir, I'd have to ask you to exit the donut" scene was a true classic. And much like in the first Iron Man, Tony doesn't take down the baddie by himself, but this time he gets an assist from Roadie, War Machine. They use their combined might to Iron Man 2. Hey, wait a minute. They use their combined might to take down Ivan Vanko and save the day. Iron Man 2 is packed with Easter eggs and references that hint at future movies and comics. For instance, in order to create the new element to potentially save his life, Tony's using the Captain America replica shield to give him the necessary support to point the beam thingy where it needed to go. Talk about heavy foreshadowing, especially as Captain America, the first Avenger, was in the works and would be released the following year. This is a famous one. In a scene where Nick Fury shows Tony a map of global threats, we see Tony Stark's Malibu home, which we see in Iron Man 3. New York City, perhaps a reference to the Hulk battle with the Abomination. New Mexico is a clear reference to the Mjolnir impact site from Thor. Greenland, where Captain America is currently frozen. Norway, perhaps a nod to Thor. Wakanda, well, you know who lives there. And Atlantis. Namor? Maybe, which is a bit of a stretch. This movie acts as a shout out to one of Iron Man's most famous comics, Demon in a Bottle, where we go in depth on Tony's alcoholism. These Easter eggs and references may seem small, but they demonstrate the attention to detail and planning that went into building the Marvel Cinematic Universe, which is greatly rewarding to die-hard fans. Iron Man 2 may not be as strong and well received as its predecessor, but it still delivers a thrilling and entertaining superhero adventure. The introduction of key characters and concept builds towards future Marvel movies and delivers a continuation to the overall story arc. Iron Man 2 is a solid addition to the Marvel canon, and I would definitely recommend it. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like this video, hit the subscribe button and share your thoughts down below. I'll be back with more retroactive MCU reviews and extremely boring videos. Goodbye!
Sir, I'm gonna have to ask you to exit the donut.